Contract farming remains a relatively new model in Malawi, being implemented differently by a wide range of partners. As a way of encouraging smallholder farmers to produce for the market, the GIZ-led Kulima More Income and Employment in Rural Areas of Malawi MIERA program promotes inclusive business models. It does this through the Inclusive Contract Farming Advisory Facility, ICFAF, managed by the Agricultural Finance Consultant. The facility works with smallholder farmers, agro-processors, and input suppliers, among others. To build the capacity of all players in the key value chains, ICFAF identified willing individuals who have been undergoing a series of trainings to become contract farming trainers. The final training took place in June 2021.
We organized this training after looking at the gap that is there here in Malawi, and we thought it wise to have these trainers well trained so that they could at least help the farmers and the buyers, which are various companies, also just local off-takers, solely to help them understand the key management issues of the whole contract farming setup, and also so that they could become good scheme advisors.
The course package included learning visits, and during the final session, a field trip to Pixas, a newly set up venture that is investing heavily in both farming and agro-processing, was organized. In its second year of operations, the company has hired over 150 extension workers, contracted 7,000 local farmers, and plans to grow the number to 45,000 farmers in the next 10 years.
Any farming has risks, and contracts have added risks. There are the risks, weather risks, there are your production risks, there's the side marketing risks, there's the loan repayment risk. So by ensuring the farmer has a good start, starting with a good seed, issuing the inputs on time, giving them extension service, and addressing all the good agricultural production practices, you are starting the farmer on a good basis. Paying them on time, buying it, and rewarding where quality is desired will help you get there. But ultimately, it is also between the relationship between the farmer and the organization to build up that trust level.
In the field, the women are equally busy. The field staff explains to the visiting team the type of contract farming model they are following. Questions, comments, and interjections characterize the lively discussion covering issues concerning land, pricing, contract development, profit margins, power, and inputs. Next day, back in class, reflecting on issues from the field and probably taking in a little more from the trainers.
Most of the times, it's us, the seed companies, who got the powers, and we develop the business case based on our interest without reflecting the total interest of the farmers. So in this case, what we are going to do is we are going to approach the farmers before developing the contract, so that when we are developing the contract, it should be co-created by both parties for the benefit of both parties at the end of the day.
Pricing is a very important aspect when it comes to contract farming, and there are several pricing mechanisms that can be used. Before engaging into a contract farming, I think both parties, the off-taker and the producers, have to sit down, do a cost-benefit analysis. What is going to be used for production and how much the farmer is incurring in terms of production. What is the off-taker providing in terms of supporting production to the farmer.
We put the obligations to say, we have to do this, you have to do that. But then at the end of the day, it doesn't happen. How can we make sure that we're enforcing what's in the contract?
Armed with new knowledge, the team is determined and fired up to hit every corner of the country to promote contract farming that is devoid of exploitation.
I'm now able to review and make sound decisions, and also maybe review some of the existing contract farming arrangements that are within other organizations, even maybe the organization that I'm coming from, and articulate it in a position that is going to provide a win-win situation for both parties.
All the coaching, the online coaching, we've really learned a lot from it. We used to hear about contract farming. I've worked with Exagris before, we were doing contract farming, but basing on what I've learned and what I've gained, there is a lot of work to be done on the ground.
This training has been a success. I mean, we saw how amazing it was in the field. They were trying to ask questions, critical questions that is, and trying to address some of the issues that were being raised. And we know for sure that going forward, these consultants will apply these skills and enhance this contract farming in Malawi.